What's up, everybody? My name is Zach, and today I got your back. Today we're going to be talking about how to bring something into existence, how to manifest. Now, once we realize that everything that we see in our current reality right now is just a reflection of our current identity, then we could comprehend and become aware that if we change our identity, our reality will change now. And that is manifestation. In order to bring something into existence, in order to bring something that we want into the physical world, we must become the person that identifies with that role. When we understand that we are the director of our movie, we are not the actor, but we place the role of the actor and become it. You see, when we understand that we are the director first and then become the actor after, then we could realize that what the actor experiences is a result of what you placed upon yourself. Now let me explain deeper, or a different analogy of what that means. Say you have an old pair of shoes. This old pair of shoes reflects your current identity. And these pair of shoes are very comfortable. You've had them for a very long time, but now the insoles are starting to wear down. You got some holes in them. They're very dirty. They look bad. So you want some new ones. And you go to the store, you go online, and you find a pair of shoes that you want. This represents you becoming aware of your desire. This is the desire realized. Going to the store and finding the pair. And you want to make a purchase. So you pull out your card, you swipe your card, and then boom, they give you the receipt and they hand you the shoes in the bag. This represents our mental image. This represents our imagination. When we go within and we imagine ourselves with already having it. We then already have the shoes. We put the new shoes on, but these new shoes are very uncomfortable. They're stiff, and we have to break them in order for them to be comfortable. And while we're wearing them and walking around in our new shoes, we have thoughts like, man, this hurts. I don't know if I made the right decision. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to break these in. These shoes are not good. Maybe I messed up. Maybe this desire is not maybe these new shoes are not what I thought they were. Maybe I should go back to my old ones for now. And maybe one day they will feel better. Maybe one day I will like them. And that is what we do in our world too, with our desires. So often, we want something to be brought into existence, to be brought into our reality right now. And we want this to be brought into our reality because there's something in our reality right now that we don't like. All of our desires stem from lack. That is why if you stay in the feeling of desire, you are staying in lack. And lack can be fear, doubt, worry, or just lack itself. There's a whole bunch of different feelings that come with the feeling of lack, and they're all negative. And it's all creating experiences in your reality that you don't like. And once you go within and you imagine yourself already having what you want, you are then creating the identity that you need to bring this into existence. But the problem is, when we wake up from this imagination and we go on without our day, we are constantly looking at everything that we see, and then we are having thoughts that are going against what we just imagined. For example, man, I can't bring this into reality. I'm not worthy of it because look at my reality now. Look what I see. I don't even know if this is not even realistic. And then you got people in your ear from here, your family, your friends, everybody telling you that it's not possible because you don't have it yet. And it's keeping you in this reality. When you understand that the voices from your family, your friends, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your work, your job, your bosses, all of them are reflecting your inner fears most of the time, then you will understand that you don't have to listen to them. Don't pay attention to them. And every time you look at your current reality now and think that, I don't have what I want, and I really want it, how can I bring it into existence? Whenever you're thinking like that, you're thinking in terms of lack. And that type of thinking is going against what you need to think to bring it into existence now. You guys see right here that the mental image, imagination, is the purchase of the new shoes. We just need to focus on going from our current identity to our desired identity. What does that mean? Our current identity, our identity itself, our innermost beliefs, our subconscious, is what is creating what we see right now. So the reason that we are seeing something that we don't want, the reason that we are seeing the old shoes with the holes in them, is because we created it. You know, we created these holes in our shoes, we created the dirt on our shoes, the insoles getting worn down because we have put them through hell. We've used them a lot. And it's the same thing with our reality. The reason that you are seeing everything that you see right now is because you have a belief within that's creating it. In order to see something different, you must change the belief within. But so often, we don't think that we're worthy to change the belief within until we see a change in what we see now. But it doesn't work like that. We must change the belief within now to see a change. Now, thoughts are very important. You know, so often we hear that our thoughts create our reality. How do we change our thoughts? How do we become more positive? How do we think more positive naturally when we're always thinking negatively? When we understand that thoughts don't come from just anywhere. Thoughts come from one thing and one thing only. Thoughts come from experience. Now, experience can mean tons of different things, which is why your thoughts are so unique, and there's a variety of thoughts, and sometimes you question where they even come from. Experiences can come from a memory. You think about a past experience, you know, something that you went through. Experience can be what you see right now with your five senses in your world. And that could be through social media, through the eyes of somebody else, because now we could see through the point of view of other people through online. Your experiences is what you see with your five senses. Everything that you see with your five senses, your sight, your hearing, your touch, your smell, your taste, everything that you're experiencing through that is forming your thoughts. So how do you change the thoughts how do you change the thoughts to become from your desired state? You know, how can we change and shift our thoughts to match up with our desired identity? Well, we must change our experience. So how can we change what we see now? Everybody relies on their five sense world to change their thoughts, which is why they think they need to see a change here to feel and think a change here. But that is why imagination is so important. What we see with our five senses, this physical world, is not the only way to get new thoughts. It's through imagination. And that's why it's so important to shut the door, as the Bible says, to go within. Shut off the lights. Shutting the door represents shutting off your five senses. Shut off your five senses completely and go within. And once you do that, you are now in the five sense world of your imagination, where in your imagination you could create anything that you see, or anything that you want to see. And we create the mental image, which is why they say it's so important to imagine the end. Imagine that you have what you want now. Create a mental image of it. See the people in your reality that are telling you this and telling you that. The whole reason that we are seeing from the end is because we need to create a mental image. The reason we need to create this mental image is so that we can spawn in or create or become or have new thoughts. We need to change our thoughts. The only way to change our thoughts is based on what we see. So we go within, we see the end, and now our thoughts are a result of that. When we try to change our thoughts before all that, it's not going to work. Which is why it's so important to imagine and see the end, create a mental image, create a vision board. And when you see that, you need to tap into new thoughts. It will tap into new thoughts. And then you tap into new feelings through that. And then through those feelings, you become that thought. Identity are beliefs. And beliefs are just thoughts that are impressed with a feeling, are molded with a feeling. So in order to change your identity, you just need to change your thoughts. In order to change your thoughts, you need to change what you see. In order to change what you see, you need to stop relying on what you see in this physical world, go within and see with the mind's eye. So once you see with the mind's eye what you want now, you could then change your thoughts naturally, and then you change the attention to these thoughts. So often the problem that we have, and the reason we can't get into this, the problem or the step that we're stuck on, is when we see our vision, we create this mental image, we did everything, we think thoughts now, there's going to be thoughts that are saying, oh, I really want this. There's going to be thoughts like, oh, I seen this, I really want this, how can I get it? That's the conscious mind thinking. Don't pay attention to those thoughts. There may be people telling you you're not worthy of that. Don't pay attention to those thoughts. Only pay attention to thoughts that are thinking from the perception of that person that you need to become. And that is the new shoes breaking it in. That is breaking in the new shoes. It hurts to break in the new shoes, but you know that the longer you wear them, eventually they'll get broken in and you will be comfortable. But so often we're so uncomfortable wearing these new shoes that we stop wearing them, and we just like the idea of them, which is us saying, I really want this, man, it would be nice to have this, but never actually becoming the identity that has it because it's uncomfortable. Once you continue to break in those new shoes, once you continue to stay in that identity, no matter what everybody else is saying, no matter what you see, and you stay and locked into your mental image that you see, so you could prove those thoughts right, because that's all we're ever looking for in life. That's why everybody's so obsessed with seeing signs and synchronicities, is because we want proof that it's okay and worthy to think these thoughts now. But once we give ourselves permission to think these thoughts now, and we do that by continually seeing our mental image, then we can break in the new shoes. That's all this thing is. In order to bring something into existence, we just need to become the person that has it now. We need to think from this person. We need to feel from this person. But the problem is, we don't feel that we're worthy to think and feel from this person because look at what we see now. This is why it's so important to not pay and give so much importance to what we see right now. Stop giving importance to what you see with your five senses in your reality right now. Understand that instead of giving it importance, just understand that it's just a reflection of an old state or the current identity that you're in, or all of the negative beliefs that you see if you're seeing something you don't like. Instead of focusing on that, focus on giving attention to thoughts that are of your new shoes. And continue to break in those new shoes, and eventually you will form new habits, and eventually through repetition and consistency, those habits will bring in your new manifestation. And by the time you bring in your new manifestation, you already know that it's coming, because you are already that person. You already feel that you have that. You already seen that you have that, and it's natural. So if this resonated with anybody, hit that like button so I know, and leave a comment down below, maybe of an experience that you're having, or maybe something that you're trying to bring into existence and a problem that you may be having. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Continue to bless yourself.